Hello, hello, hello. I'm just going to talk because that sounds like a good idea. Hi, my name is Grace and welcome to Plum Bob Cubed. I believe we are live. It has been 22 days since my last stream. And the fascism has been getting to me. What can I say? But something that I've been wanting to do for a while now is nothing is free challenge, because I've always wanted to like create my own town and stuff, but it seems stressful. I had this kind of like idea with the Deering Meadows like renovation, but that never I couldn't really do that because I didn't really know what I was doing. And yeah, so I instead thought, why not do something with a stream? So that means we can do the Nothing is Free challenge like I've been interested in. So what we're gonna start with is by creating a sim, because I have done nothing so far, I'm gonna be honest. And I'm also gonna be honest that the audio is bothering me. I love it when audio bothers me. So I did have a plan at one point for this, but I'm really not sure anymore. I'm gonna be so honest. Okay. Well, let's just start by creating a sim. I want to use my Mango Snow Ice skin because I think that would be really cute. Let me figure out which one I like though. Because I had this I had a plan of how this was going to work, because like of course you gotta have plans, right? And I was thinking that we could be a like collector. Meanwhile, like whoever the male person is, we could go ahead and make a like fisher, right? And I thought that would be a good idea. I also had a whole name for her. Dietrich. Girl, I don't know how to spell it though. And her last name is gonna be Meadows. Like the idea is that this town is named after her. How do you spell Dietrich though? That would be like so helpful. Dietrich. Dietrich. That's I can guarantee you that's not how you spell it. Dietrich? Okay, so it's literally Die and then Dre. We figured it out. We figured it out. Let's go. So, let's at this point design a sim. I have actually been making more sims more recently in my own personal play. Hi to viewers that I see on Twitch. I've been making more sims in my personal play because of trying to like populate a town and everything. But I'm not exactly sure how I want her to look. Right? We're obviously gonna have to change her face because it does kind of look what's it, pudding face. It does kind of look like that to me. I am wondering what kind of hair I want to give her though. I do like this crown, and then I don't actually, I used to have long hair, but it's shaved now. It's very notably shaved. Um and so I would try to like do the braids of my hair, but I could never do it because my hair just, it never was long enough when I tried to do it, which was always a challenge. Okay. I want to see what like hat hairstyles we have to go ahead and put her in. Obviously, we have a lot of hat hairstyles, but I'm looking at the ones that I have CC replacements for, because that looks better to me. I'm so sorry. I love the braids here. I do, to be honest. Is there anything else? No, this midsection seems to be our main options for her hair. So we can either do braids, we can do ponytail, we can do the ¿Cómo se me olvidó? We can do the bandit. I'm calling it bandit. Bandana, that's it. Ponytail, or we can do flower and hair. What do I prefer? Her face is not gonna look like this. I'm just thinking about what hair I like. I'm gonna give her the bandana, I think. I think that'd be cute. And I would like to change it to a themed. Themes are really cool. Like, you could kind of do like a tie-dye with this like clouds, I think. We actually, I want to play around with that. What kind of personality do we want to give her is also a very important question. Cause like, yeah. But like, if we get a little creative, we can like maybe do tie-dye. Oh, okay. I see. I think. Let's make this disgusting yellow the main one. Okay, it is a background. Maybe this isn't the best for tie-dye. I don't know. Of course, also just doing the classic could be great. Though I would like some kind of material. Like, I think that's cute, you know? But we should decide a favorite color for Miss D-Tree here before I go ahead and color anything. I'm okay with orange being her favorite color. I think that's very interesting. I also, for her favorite music, I'm okay with indie. And I would like her favorite food to be something that's like fishable. Is dim sum fishable? I'm not sure. She has fish and chips is. So I'm gonna go with fish and chips. Alright, so her favorite color is orange. Oh, orange is going to like work so beautifully with her skin tone. Okay. Then let's make this orange. We can do the preset orange. But those are kind of ugly to me. I feel like doing... maybe... I feel like that's pretty. Okay, for her hair... For hair, I have very strong opinions about how it needs to look because I always want it to, like, pop. Right? And also, like, I just remember looking at different ways to, like, make the hair look interesting and all that. I'm a very big fan of. So I think with her, I do like normally having brown hair. I might be a little bit biased with my own brown hair, but call me out, I guess. Which I feel like going in this kind of like yellow-ish brown direction could be interesting, and keeping it like fairly light, possibly. Like, what do we feel about this color? I feel like this color is disgusting. I want to go a little bit red. I think that would be nice. And then darken just a bit. And then I feel like we can have her highlights be like the darker brown. Or the highlights are really gonna pop if they're the light. So we should make the rest of the hair darker. Like, I feel like this is relatively pretty. And then we just need, should we lighten this or darken this? I like it somewhere around there. And then we can have the roots, I think should actually be a little bit lighter than the base. Or maybe the same color as the base. I think that's really pretty. I like that hair color a lot. Okay. I think that is beautiful highlights. It's a little bit lighter than I normally do, which is very nice. I don't like this orange now, though. I have so many opinions. Like, what? What am I going for when it comes in terms to colors with Miss Dietrich? I feel like green would be nice. Like, oh yeah, I like green. Like this nice shade here. I think green being her favorite color, I could definitely go for, right? Okay, I'm gonna make green her favorite color then, because I think that would be beautiful. All right, now that we have a hair that we're going to base her face around, um, I've always learned that that's how there's no correct way to make Sims. Let's make that very clear, right? But there are different like strategies to it. So definitely one that I follow is to go ahead and like choose the hair first and then build the face around it so much you can get the hair that you want specifically, right? Okay. So, for her face, let's go all out. Oh, I like that nose shape that she has. Okay. So, I feel like we can bring up her face height a little bit. Her face profile is this side way. I'm okay with it being in the negatives there. The head size a little bit bigger, I think. Like just like the 3, you know? I do have mods that cause my sliders to be a little bit different. So I have like neck and stuff, you know, which can like affect height and things. So yeah, I think that like helps create more interesting looking Sims. Though I'll be honest, I haven't been using it when I've been doing my sim makeovers. Um, because I feel like, oh, you know, I want to like keep as core as I can. So with the ears orbit, that's just kind of the position. Okay. Because we need to take them out. Like, is it the rotate? Yeah. I want to make sure they aren't interfering with her bandana. It's very, wait, can we like, oh, her actually having like outwards ears would be cute. Because like this kind of looks weird. I feel like I normally never see the ears on Sims. Like, it's not something that I've ever like really paid attention to. Like, how do my ears look? Or my I've never thought about ears. That's my bad. I guess I should think about ears more. I I'm actually kind of happy with her ears all the way out. I think that would be interesting. Maybe a little bit tucked in, you know. And then we have this thing that helps everyone's ears look a little bit different that I'm going to play with. And the ears orbit spun around and round. I'm gonna have her ears pointed like that. I think that's cute. Okay. Her cheekbone, I am going to adjust about. Okay. Let me get rid of our cheek fullness first off. Let's make her gaunt to see what we can like work with when it comes to our shapes and stuff. Because I feel like with the cheekbone shape, I like this idea for her. And I do kind of want her cheekbones to be like a little bit, to be kind of on the lower side. So I'm going to do with that. With the depth scale, if I'm correct, is here-ness. Okay. I'm okay with it being like kind of out there. I think that'd be cool. Cheek fullness, I'm going to come back to later once we have everything else. Cheek width, I'm okay with that. Then the Y scale will give her the I don't know what word I'm looking for, but you see how it can like it increases her shadow. So I'm gonna keep it with like a midpoint shadow rather than too severe. And then what's this cheekbone depth? Okay. I'm gonna keep it here so we have some like roundness in her face. And the distance is something that we see this way. I want our distance to be like there. Our cheekbone size. I think I want our cheekbones to be relatively big. Right? Okay. Now that we've done everything with our cheekbones, let's give us some fullness. I like this amount. I think that looks good. Now, see, the thing with pudding face is that I never really know where the line is like drawn with it, right? Okay. So your depth right here, I kind of want to give her a little bit of an underbite. I had braces because I have an underbite, or I had one. So I like giving my Sims underbites sometimes. The only reason I actually agreed to get braces is because they told me I wouldn't be able to eat corn eventually. And corn is obviously super important to my family. It's actually that my grandmother's like favorite food was corn. So because of that, I very much wanted to still be able to eat corn to connect with my late grandmother. So this jaw shape is what I've always defined as pudding face. Like you have it here and they don't have a jaw, but you have here and they do have a jaw. Like that's what I've always defined as pudding face. I try not to go too severe and try to have like variation in my jaw shape, but it's normally pretty tight. But with that width, I think, do we want to give her a more, I would like the idea of giving her a more square face. Then we can actually go straight to the underbite movement. I like how her face looks right now. I think that is a pretty nice way for her face to look. So I have her chin, which I vibe with right now. I would like the idea of making it a little bit longer, maybe a little bit smaller. I'm gonna be a really embarrassing thing about the first sim that I made is I didn't realize that you could like scroll down. I didn't know that. Okay. I'm gonna have her have a little bit of, the neck flap that we all have. The under chin depth, I'm gonna have a little bit. And then chin width, I'm going to keep most of the way increased. Okay, that's her face. So for eyes with the Sims, I have a very specific way that I do eyes. I just have lots of opinions about how I want my Sims to like look most of the time. And that is very much, I want the eyes scale to be around this E. Right? Maybe just like a little bit bigger than it, you know? I don't like big eyes. Right? I feel like that's a little bit too small. So maybe this like negative 44 is good. A little bit bigger than I averagely do. So I want her brow thickness to be big. Her eye depth is this. I like her eyes being like sunken in. I think that's pretty cute. Her eye distance is here. Just have her fully spaced out. I think having them a little bit away I would enjoy. The eye height, I want them kind of lower because I want her to have a decent amount of forehead. Eye length, let's see what. I'm not really seeing what that changes right now, so I'm gonna put it a random number. Eye sockets is how big her eye sockets are. I like that amount on her. I'm not gonna do any eye stretch. eye width, I'm pretty happy with right there. Her distance from her eye to her brow, I am very happy with without having to do anything. And I'm gonna keep her eyes mostly straight there. Okay, let's go to the brow. Brow curve. I'm actually gonna, first thing I'm gonna play with is, where is it? Is it the brow rotation that makes them look super? Or is it the definition? The definition is what makes them look super evil. I like sometimes doing a little bit of brow definition and then doing everything else to kind of like combat it. I think it creates some very interesting, like looking Sims sometimes. Being able to have their like brows like look different in that way. And that -50 looks good to me. Okay. Eyelids, I'm gonna keep where they are. I honestly cannot tell what these two settings do, so I normally keep them pretty chill. And also the eyelid's length stretches out like the skin rather than the eyeball itself, which is kind of creepy to me. Okay. The lower height, this is a thing where we can really get into like lashes. If we want her to have lower lashes, we have to consider things. So let me pick out lashes to be able to like design around. Do you want her to have natural lashes? Are we thinking anime lashes? What lash vibe are we going for is a wonderful question. I kind of like that style. That's more natural. I think this is a good mix of natural and like dramatic that I like. So I'm gonna go in and based off of that, do my eye stuff. Okay. So because the lower it is, it looks like the eyelash is just attached to the eye, versus the higher it is, it looks like she didn't place her lashes on right. You know? So I try to balance it out. Then I'm gonna keep her upper lid height where it is. I'm gonna do a little bit of finagling on the inner. Then the lower eye shape, I kind of want these lashes to like touch like that. I think that looks pretty cool. The depth I don't touch because that does weird things. The upper eyelid shape, I think keeping that like V in there is really the main thing that I want. Okay. The eye apex. Do we want her to have, I kind of like the idea of her eye apex being like that. And then I kind of like a little bit of the facelift vibe that gives. So I'm okay with that. And then with her eyes, I normally give my Sims brown eyes because I do really like when my Sims have brown eyes. Also, my audio is going to go out for a little bit because I realized that my YouTube wasn't on live chat. It was on top chat. For eyes, I was like giving weird colors. So I am actually gonna give her green eyes rather than my standard brown. I'm gonna take it a little bit up into that yellow though and give her maybe eyes like this. That kind of, because we're keeping it on the lighter end, it kind of gives her like more of a hazel look. We could give her like directly white eyes. That gray looks cool to me. Can I make her eyes kind of like brown with the green? Kinda. I'm gonna give her that eye color. I think that looks cute. Okay, now it's time to actually give her a nose bridge. I like having nose bridges. But we have our body sliders here, which again are mods. I'm not exactly sure where I got them, to be honest. My bad. I was at one point trying to like keep a list of like all my mods and stuff, but then my game like reset at one point, and so I just got like really frustrated. Okay. We need to rein in these cheekbones. I don't like these cheekbones anymore. Okay. We're gonna ease them in. Perfect. Go back to this nose. Lower nose height. Maybe just a tiny bit higher. Nose definition, I like making it as crisp as possible to start, so as I can then play with later. Nose height, I'm gonna have it be a little bit lower. Nose length is whether it's Pinocchio or not. Let's make her a Pinocchio nose. No. I'm gonna have it set at 0 because I feel like I can play around with it a lot later. Same with nose mask. I'm gonna set it like midway. I'm gonna keep the nose rotate. Maybe increase the nose scale and the nose width. Okay. Then I want to go to this bridge and just like increase the amount of bridge we have. Like, you know. I want to keep most of what we have here. Maybe only like lightly touching it. Because I do like her nose. Her nose, scale, I would like to make maybe a little bit bigger. I think that's cute. Her nose tip maybe goes a little bit down too. Nose tip height. Okay. Do we want this or do we want this? I'm gonna do a little bit in between. And the depth is how prominent it is. I'm gonna have it be pretty prominent. And because of that, her nose does kind of look unproportional to her face now, which is why I'm gonna go in with this nose length and reduce it. And I also feel like we can increase the nose mass possibly. Only a little bit though. The nostrils, I like having more nostril definition. Nostril height looks fine to me. And nostril scale, I'm pretty happy with. Yeah. Her nose looks a little bit more human to me, which I greatly appreciate. Okay. I like that for her nose. For her mouth, the arched lips, I'm gonna keep at no. And now we have more controls for her body here. Let's give her breastily boobling. No, I actually think that she would probably have like a smaller chest with the gathering that she would be doing. So I'm going to keep that in mind. We can't really see anything else. So I'm just going to keep it where it is. Maybe play with the fullness some. Yeah, I like playing with the fullness some. The scale's good. Vertical position, great. Can you stop swaying your arms? She sways at the most inconvenient time. Give her a little bit of buttocks. You know, a little bit popping out, I think is important. Right. And then let's do that. The calf we can't see, but I do want it to be pretty big considering her gathering with the bending and picking up. With the chest, what is changing? Chest is what position it is in. I'm gonna keep it small. Hips, we can give her big hips, we can give her small hips. I think I'm gonna give her smaller hips to give wider shoulders. Legs, let's make a little bit bigger because of all the adjustments and posture. We can make her stand fully straight. We can make her slouch. I want her to be like somewhere natural, but mostly good posture. Shoulder height. I like her shoulders about there. And I do want her shoulders to be broader. So we're gonna max out the broadness. Waist. I want to try to give her kind of like the V shape. And her waist height. Let's see. I'm gonna do a little bit higher than normal. Okay, now let's play with her lips. She's very much smiling, so I would like to reduce that. You know, can't have my Sims be happy. That's horrific. I do like her arch. I know that like the current trend with lips and everything is to like have that baby, that like Bratz doll lip. But I have an arch and I like my arch. So yeah. So I like giving it to my Sims. Mouth corner rotate. Just like 9 looks fine to me. You know, nothing too big. Also the mouth curve. I kind of like that. Can we move? Let's reduce the mouth definition a little bit. I would like her mouth to be lower though. Though I seem not to be able to do that. It's already as low as it goes, it appears. So that's okay. I'm alright with that. Shape. I'm gonna give her a little bit wider of an arch. Reduce her lip corners. I like her lip shape. I think a smaller upper lip and a fatter lower lip is kind of what I'm going for here. And her lip width, I was pretty happy with, so I'm not gonna change anything. This needs to go back to 0. Wait, I have a question. If I play with both of these at the top here, I can effectively lower her mouth. I'm doing that then. Hacks. Lower lip shape. I'm happy with this here, along with increasing. I'm thinking about that shape with increasing the thickness. But maybe reducing the width. I'm happy with that. Okay, now it's time for beauty marks and freckles. So let's see how freckles actually like show up beautifully on her. The freckles that I have work. So I like these freckles, and I think that's all I'm gonna give her. I do like that. Okay, now it's time for her face details. First off, I like her profile. I like everything. I think it looks good. We can play with her body more if we need to, but I think she looks very nice. So, I'm gonna give her eye bags. I don't like those eye bags as much as I like these ones. But I need it to be more neutral colored and maybe a little bit darker. That was just a little bit too red for her skin tone. Her eyes already have things. Her blush, we could do a full face highlighter. At that point, we just lighten it that way. But I think I don't like that for her. We could do like a cheekbone thing. I think I'm gonna do something with her nose. So we have that one, or that one. I think I like this one the most for her. We also have this. I like this. Okay. And then we have her mouth, which we're just gonna do the corners here. I think that's cute. Okay. Does she have any tattoos? I don't think we should give her any tattoos because we don't have a tattoo parlor yet. But I think maybe I mean, her calves are fine. I like her calves. I think I like the way that her body is built. Let's go. So now it is time for clothing. So ideally with clothing, she needs flexibility. I think that is a key thing. I hate the random longness there. Let's see what we have that I like. I'm trying to see if I accidentally have something in game that I shouldn't. I'll be fine, even if I do. I do like this top. And I like the idea of making this jacket the same green as her headband. Or her bandana. Excuse me. And this is why hex codes come in handy. And why I love them and treasure them. I do like the effect we had there with the lightening so we could see what was the inside material and what wasn't. I think this is cute. I don't know what her necklace shows, but I think it's cute. Then with pants, which we went straight to. Yay. Can't put her in a position I like, but whatever. I think these movie pants could definitely work. Or I would be fine with something like tighter. Right. Oh, I like these a lot. That looks pretty good to me. And I'm okay with just that one that's chosen there. I'm gonna go with that for her jeans. And then for pants, we just need pants. I'm so good. For shoes, I'm thinking just like tennis shoes. Because like flip-flops don't necessarily work, especially when she's gonna be like in the forest and everything. And also heels don't work for that reason. So like she needs a closed-toed shoe. Not even a cute kitten heel would work. We could do like these loafers. Actually, I kind of vibe with these. Like that a lot. And then she has a ring, I see. We could also give her earrings because her beautiful ears are showing. That would be a nice feature to like have highlighted. So we could should we go I like these kind of like diamond earrings. Wait, we do have these other earring options. I kind of vibe with these like pearl earrings. I like those a lot. I think, is there anything that's like a pearl bracelet? Not really, but that's kind of close. And let's take off her ring. I think she looks really cute. Okay. More outfits. I take a while when designing my Sims. I think she is definitely going to go for a dress. Oh, this movie corset dress is cute. This movie stuff dress I can definitely vibe with. Oh, she looks stunning. Okay. Are there any other dresses that I like? Not that I can see. So I'm gonna go with this. We do have to change the colors. Very notably. Let's go here. And then I know how to do my color management, guys, don't worry. Ooh. I think that's a little bit too dark. So I like that. And then dragging that color there. I think this is weird. Of like the garter, but then not fully. It's strange. But you know, not my problem. That's how they designed it. And I would like to give her heels in this outfit. I think that would look very cute. Like we saw that green kitten heel at one point. Do they have it? It appears this green kitten heel. I thought that was pretty cute. And I would like to go to formal and see what I can do to make this leg look a little bit better. Just using my amazing skills. I think we can also get rid of her bracelet. Because, you know, the gloves are enough. The gloves are a statement. Okay, it does not appear that we are really able to fix what's going on with the leg situation. So we're just gonna leave it. She is not often going to be in her formal wear anyways. This is definitely a sleepwear outfit. It's definitely one of them. I'm gonna go in and give her that green we've been wearing, but very much lighten it up. And then we can go ahead and do a little bit darker for the supposed underwear line that they're trying to show here. Or we could even go lighter for that. I always think it's always a little bit dramatic when it's lighter, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, that works for me. That's her sleepwear. Athletic. I'm excited if they go for another wild outfit. I'm actually okay with that, like, preset. Like, if we change some of the colors. Oh, this is a full body. No, I'm trying to. I think that looks good. And then we just need to put her in some actual sustainable shoes. Let's go a hard mighty. Haha. No, I'm thinking just make these the green that we like. And that will be fine. Of course, we do have to add socks. And that are also her bracelet, because that has now left. Since we did exit for her formal. We could also give her, like, sunglasses. I don't think that's necessary, though. I do want her bracelet. And I do definitely want socks. They're just very important. We have swimwear, and then we have her personality. Okay. Perfect. Swimwear? I do want to give her a 2-piece. I think that would be nice. And so therefore, what is the best bottom? I don't like it. We can give her like these kind of bottom. I do like that for her. You know, of kind of like the boxer brief style. Is that? Or like kind of the shorts. I like that for Miss Dietrich here. And then the top. Please keep working. I'm so worried this is gonna crash. That looks a little bit too, like, actually, I do kind of like this. With the idea of going like this, and then dragging this white to also here. So it's kind of like a matching set. I do like how that looks for her outfit. Okay, so now we have her personality. I like that. For her sign, she is a collector. We're making her right now. I want her to be a Scorpio, I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna make her a Scorpio, and then her traits. So do we have collector? We do not have collector in base game. That is from another pack that we don't have installed right now. Not great for us. However, this just isn't going to be good because we can't let her have a job yet. I think family oriented. So she has a decent amount of children. I normally go for friendly rather than charismatic. I'm just going to put up some traits that I think would be good and useful. Do we want her to be a green thumb? I feel like we can give her the traits that would be helpful. Even if, you know, when she has to help out, even if we mainly want her to, I don't know, Angler and Green Thumb can kind of just be a part of Loves the Outdoors, as they are sometimes. Mooch isn't going to be helpful because we don't really have anyone else in town yet. No. Technophobe is kind of interesting to me. I'm gonna give her family-oriented, charismatic, frugal, loves the outdoors, and technophobe. So, mega corporation. So we could have her start the business. I think that could be very interesting. We could also do surrounded by family, super popular, golden tongue, golden fingers, or swimming in cash. I like golden tongue, golden fingers. I like that. We have her name, Dietrich Meadows. So I'm gonna approve. She's gonna be golden. I like golden, the golden fingers and the golden tongue, because that also gives her another interest of being the outside with the busking with her guitar, which we can hopefully gain money with. I don't know, even though there's technically no one in town. Okay. So where I want us to live, I need to sneeze, so please give me a second. I have sneezed. I'm so sorry. Where I want her to live, I have thought about. Because we don't want her to live in, like, the upper echelons yet. I think I want her... I don't want her to... I have some plans. I want City Hall to be about here, right? So... I was thinking that we could approximately put her, like, and also not on the beach doesn't make sense to me. It's like over here, I feel like would be somewhat richer, especially with like this kind of estate here. So it has to be somewhere over here. And I feel like if we go over here, we also get kind of richer. So I'm going to put her, I want it to be near a fishing spot. And I do like these smaller lots. I'm going to put her here on Charles Avenue as a 20 by 20 lot. I like that because it is near our, near water. I would like story progression on, yes. NRES. So first things first. We need to get a computer so I can do my NRES. I honestly kind of want to work with the bare minimum for right now. Because I'm going to deal with NRES. So that means I can get that the way that I like it. And import my normal settings. And then I'm going to change up my relativity to being the 7. Is it 7? I think it's 19. We're gonna wait for a second. It's 0.5 speed. Perfect. So I believe girl is using an object. Okay, whatever. I believe that part of the challenge is starting from nothing. So I am going to do that. And I'm going to start us out by fishing. So I have a plan. And so I know that a male person will come eventually, right? So we're going to be stalking out for our male person as we go fishing. Ideally, the male person is going to be someone that we can, like, I don't necessarily, I should actually read the rules. I have the rules linked. Because in my mind, my plan was, okay, we meet the male person, we move them into the family, and then they go fishing while we go collecting. That was my big plan. But I should read the rules, because I don't know if it's technically okay, excuse me, to do that if we don't have a romantic relationship with them. But like, other argument, sometimes you just live with your besties. I swear to God I had the rules linked somewhere. What? I got rid of my rules link. Okay. I have to check the rules. Nothing is free rules. Perfect. Okay, it's apparently if you don't add Sims, people might think you're talking about dog training. Interesting to learn. Okay. I am going to do some variation of difference on the rules because I do want to be able to make my own Sims to populate the world, because I'm kind of specific about how I want my Sims to look. So, yeah. So, let me blah blah blah. I don't need to know about the rabbit lots right now. Can I move in people I am friends with? Right? And ideally, as we play, we're also going to include other lots and stuff. You want to buy a guitar? Okay, baby. Well, I need you to like get some money. So, and I am going to put like skill objects in lots once we unlock them, because I think that is interesting. That is a child. I'm not going to try to romance a child. Okay. It appears that we can move in other Sims. So I will probably do that once we have the male person, who I assume is going to drop by like eventually. And also to make this more challenging, I'm going to go money 0. Okay. Oh, it's family funds. Family funds 0. Girl, I know that's the cheat. Sims 3 money cheats. For statute testing cheats enabled here. I always hope some work without it, but they don't. If I know how to type, though, that is a great question. Okay. I'd like to stay on my lot. So, family funds. Her last name is Meadows. Let's go 0. Perfect. Right. I don't think you have to start with 0 money. However, I do want to for like the drama. Right? So hopefully we need to be able to afford a bed. That would be very nice. Currently we have 2 minnows and no male person. So we might not be mating our male person today. That's fine. I think it's good that we're fishing, especially because I have a feeling that we won't get our collectibles can take a while to spawn in. So yeah. So, fishing, we got our fishing. We've caught a variety of fish. which is very exciting. We also want to learn gardening, which we can definitely save. I think we're just gonna keep it on the speed for now, since we do not appear to be getting any of our male person just isn't going to be coming today to possibly mate. We did catch a great minnow, which was one of our wishes. I'm catching 10 minnow. See if we can also complete that today. And we're feeling great because of our wishes and having fun. I am nervous about people possibly moving in, because a thing that, like, for me, for some reason, with NRAS, if I try to go ahead and say, like, oh, immigration 0, people still move in. So I have it at like 200, which normally works in a populated town. But our town is unpopulated. However, it should be fine because there are 0 like houses, so people literally cannot move in. So that works. That works. Okay. We also will experience hunger. Okay. Okay. So that means, let's see. I'm gonna keep red herring and sell our goldfish. Also sell our minnows. So that does not really give us like enough money for anything. Okay. Let's just see what we could possibly do. We cannot afford a bed. Well, like a stove. No. All right. Girly Pop may die. We also want to learn cooking. All right. So that to me means that we should try to go hunting for fruits and stuff that we can eat that are just like on the ground. So that means we can fulfill our hunger need. I think that would be very helpful. Right. I, of course, do not see anything yet. I'm just like, it's mostly going to be seeds too, rather than like actual food. Okay, girly pop, we might just die. We might just die. That's okay though. That's okay. Let's, yeah, I do not see anything spawned in. Okay. It is a very beautiful world though. So, you know, that's cool. What? We still have not gotten enough to afford anything. So maybe you do like, okay. We're gonna do family funds. We can just do Rosebud for a second. It's Rosebud, I swear. To get the money that we need. And I am going to keep everything outside, because I think that's important to our character building. I'm just gonna grab the things that we need. Let's keep the outhouse away from the kitchen, please. Thank you. So that means we can like actually function and effectively do this challenge. Because if we die due to starvation in the first day, because I decided to do extra hard mode, that would be embarrassing. That's all we need. And we have fish, but we're still unable to cook anything. Okay. If we get a grill, could we do anything? Hear me out. A grill, we can do like roasted fish, one would think. Right? No. Okay. Interesting. And we see like absolutely no food products. Absolutely like 0 apples or lettuce or anything because it hasn't spawned in yet. Interesting. Okay. That's great. That's great. That's great. I love that it hasn't like spawned in yet. I like love that for me. Okay. Okay. So then what is the ideal that we do since we literally cannot cook anything? What do we need in order to serve dinner? We need cheese. Tofu dog we should be able to do with a grill or a microwave. So we get a grill. Now it says we need tofu. So y'all are liars. Let's just go to buy debug and get some gardening plants. Because there has to be the, like, just the food. Right? In The Sims 4 there is. Apparently not. Okay. So we need cheese or lettuce. And right now we have neither. Sims 3 lettuce buy mode. Okay. So we might just die. Because I have a mod. Cool, 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 cool. I'm therefore, because I have a mod that therefore makes this impossible, I'm just gonna cheat our hunger until we can actually go ahead and like do something and like get collectibles, because I have a mod that's supposed to make it harder and stuff, and that's my bad. go here where there are actual fish to fish, please. And then we will go to bed, ideally on time. And we can let's establish a habit of reading our newspaper, you know? And let's do our family funds cheat. Now that we have all the things that we need. You know? Are we gonna get our 10 middows so we can learn the cooking skill and save that? Just one more middow, girly pop. One more middow, and then you'll be done. There we go. Okay. And let's sell the fish we have earned. We somehow have a sports team, even though we don't have a stadium. So that's cool. But that is our first day. Let's see if we get robbed and meet someone, possibly. That would be, like, so much fun. And this is actually a great time to save. And I'm gonna call it Nothing is Dirty Meadows. Nothing free. It's fine. I'll understand it. And now we get to save. The saving with my videos, I normally always cut it out because it takes so long. But it actually saved surprisingly fast. Okay. So no one's able to move because there are no unoccupied homes. Perfect. Love that. That is exactly how we want it. Okay. I hate occupied home. Well, I hate homes. So, finding collectibles is definitely our next priority. Ideally, a lettuce would be great. I'd love a lettuce. And that should fix our problem. Well, it'll probably just be a seed rather than, like, the item itself. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We're gonna have her wake up as early as she possibly can, use the outhouse, and then have her go fishing. She also wants to learn the charisma skill. Okay. So now, as she takes care of her needs, we need to be on the lookout for collectibles. Right. And I'm gonna just browse around. Just to start. Because I believe the mail person should come a little bit later. Right. I know that they come around like 8, 9 a.m. Okay. Seeds. Okay. We're immediately going to have her work on that. Some seeds that I found near the beach. while we continue to look. And that will get us a lettuce, which is perfect to be able to make our autumn salad. Okay. Which, because they were seeds rather than plants, we might still not be able to eat just yet. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We always do. We're very inventive and creative. Right. Okay. And then we have her fishing at the closest spot that we could find to the collectibles. So yeah. She's just over there. I still don't see any plants yet. Okay, I'm not gonna look at this bridge. This is an unknown uncommon seed, which, I mean, isn't going to be very helpful to us right now. But, like, eventually, it could do something. We could also just try to sell it. We also have some animals, which we all love. So let's get her on this catching journey. I seem to be finding success over this way. I believe we told her to pick up these, but just in case. We seem to have more success the more south we go, or whatever direction this is. So I'm gonna keep us going this way. And we got a collectible. So these gems, or not gems, but this rock that we have here will be very helpful to us. Okay. Anything else that we see? We see these insects, which is great. We love insects because we can sell them. It is nice just being able to, like, kind of fully focus on the land of a town with, like, no obstructions. It is kind of cool, I will say. How the fuck did we pay $20 for a taxi? Girly Pop, why can't you just walk? Girly Pop decided she's too good for walking. Okay. I didn't know that about you. It's always something that I forget that they have the taxi and they just love to take it, even if they don't really need to. Okay. I think we found a pretty good amount. We have ventured pretty far from home. Let's make sure we set everything as walk so she doesn't take another taxi. I am going to continue to go a little bit more on a search just before we start heading home. We do not have anything we can eat, unfortunately. Okay. We can have her come fish over here, though. Ideally, first walk, please. Then I kind of like this one because it does have a shark in it that I can see. Is there anything else we can spot on this? First, let's make sure she gets to the place without having to, you know, take a taxi. Okay. We have that she can collect. Some rock. That will be super nice and good. Anything else? Because in my mind, maybe... Ooh, there's something over here. Okay. Then that's what we could find while looking this way. So I'm thinking maybe we try to mosey back over and see what I can find on the way back to our house, because I'm sure there's things that I missed with like collectibles and stuff. I'm not always great at finding things. Like we missed this uncommon seed. We might not be able to plant anything because, you know, it's we don't even have a gardening skill. I am going to cheat our hunger again because, again, I have a mod, so I'm literally not able to do... I'm not able to cook anything. So, my bad. I didn't know that'd be, like, such a detriment. Got that. Okay. Am I heading approximately in the right direction of, like, our house? I hope so. I don't know. I don't see anything there. That is not the direction of our house. We do have fishing level 5, though. So that's, like, good news. Okay. See, the problem with going along Main Street is that I doubt there's going to be many, like, seeds if I just follow Main Street, since it is mainly, like, packed with lots. You know? right? Like this is mainly, we got a nice tragic clownfish. Since this is much more like lot driven area, it would seem to me that we would not necessarily have as many collectibles. Maybe like over here? Not sure. I do think we can stop fishing, collect the things that we found, and then come back to our lot. And maybe let's run. Let's get some exercise. We found damn gold. Okay. Okay. Let's give a good look at our inventory then. So we have seeds that will be helpful, but we have just straight up bugs we can sell. Right. Excuse me, we do not need bugs. I'm gonna save because it is being a little bit glitchy. It would be cool to keep our fish, but that just be my little bias of wanting the tragic clownfish. I'm not sure though. It'd just be cool to have all the fish, you know? I think it'd be nice. We especially, didn't we like catch a perfect one too? No, we didn't. Okay. Since we don't have a perfect clownfish, I guess we can sell. And then we can sell some more money. She's gonna take a damn taxi. It's drive me insane. So then we have a question with what to do about our like rocks and stuff. Right? We're gonna have because my instinct is to just like sell them and get the money we can from them. But the idea is that like we're shipping everything like away. One could argue. So I could argue that like we could ship these away to like get cut and everything. You know, one could argue. I want to put tuna in a fishbowl. No, we have unfortunately already sold it. Planting will be good though. I don't see any seeds either on our way. I'm thinking no. Oh, I see things here. Let's catch and catch and catch and catch more insects for the win. Are those two different butterfly groups? I'm not sure. It looks like it. It's a common catch, but that's alright. That does appear to be two ladybug groups, too. But they are kind of interacting with each other. Let's see. Are these two ladybug groups or just a singular group? 2 groups of ladybugs. Okay. And let's pause for a second. Is there anything back here? Anything back here, my dear? Not that I can see. Where is our house? Where are we? I'm very good at getting lost. Is there anything like among here that we spy that is collectible? Not that I see. So again, we're going to walk home. We should have 2 monarch butterflies, but whatever. So for plants, these unknown uncommon seeds, we can't really do anything. But we can plant these other seeds that we found. She took a goddamn taxi from here to here. Our sim makes bad financial decisions. That's what I've learned. That's what I know about Dietrich. Okay. We do have a beautiful lot, which is great. I'm trying... I want to try out a variety of fishing spots along this, like, river. Because it does seem... Why are you going that way? Just fish here. I'll be fine. Why are you going towards the road to just go this way? Yeah, I'm canceling your fishing because you don't seem to understand how expensive $20 is. You don't have the money to spend $20. Okay, now fish. Because I'm hoping that these different fishing spots have like a variety of fish and a different cost. That's what I would think. I also see a special seed here that we should collect, even though we can't really do anything with it. There's never a rare seed. I love seeds that I can't do anything with. They're so fun. Is there anything else? I think that's the most I want to go exploring that way. We did not get the gardening skill from our poultry plants that we planted, unfortunately. But in about 2 days, we should be able to harvest them and actually be able to do this challenge properly. It does not, to me, seem useful to sell our seeds that we're not able to yet. That doesn't seem useful to me. But we have to decide what we want to do with these gems. Because we could do a variety of things. And I'm not sure if we should get them cut. I'm not sure what we should do. Because we do want to sell them. So Sims 3 gems cut price. All right. So the gems do, if we do cut them, that does increase their price. So we should definitely do that. And our fishing has also greatly gone up, which is amazing to hear. We needed that. We needed our fishing to go up. So then we should, I would love if that running would get us the athletic skill. But it does not appear to. We are almost tired. Okay, so my first thing is pay our bills. And then we're going to get things smelted and get them cut, because we can currently afford that. And by doing that, we will therefore get more money when we sell them later, which is an ideal. Then we still cannot eat, so we're just going to cheat that. But we can definitely sleep. So, yeah. Then I'm thinking maybe we analyze this space rock in the morning. Just sleep as long as you need to, girl. And let's save. So that is perfect. Okay. I think we are going to play maybe one more day, maybe a couple more, but I do need to use the restroom. So y'all are in charge right now of keeping track of our sleeping sim. Make sure she doesn't do anything bad. We did save, so everything should be fine. And I will see you in a few minutes. Hello, I am back. I'm still getting adjusted. Hopefully, no one robbed us. Because if so, that would be horrific. Gosh. I have a noise gate, so hopefully my toilet has a problem of it does not like flush efficiently, which is upsetting, but whatever. Also, my bit rate is lower, but it's just a suggestion, so I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I'm not exactly sure. I'm still the technology of streaming and everything is something that I personally am still learning. At least our sim is happy about their house. That's great. today we have our gardening to do, which is very exciting. Hopefully that will get that skill up, but who knows. We'll awake and analyze our space rocks. We can definitely use our all-in-one bathroom, and then we need to tend to our garden. That is our morning plan. And we also want to meet our mail person. We haven't met them yet, and I would like to possibly have them move in. So the space rock is ordinary chlorite. Unfortunately, it's actually quite common and less than its initial appraisal. Okay. So this is just something we can sell. Gotcha. We do want to buy something on sale. The problem is we have nothing that we could buy. Skill issue, I guess. All right, come on. Gardening skill. Okay, we're halfway on the gardening skill. Come on, come on. Matt, we gotta be able to do it today, right? We did not get our gardening skill. Okay. Well, we are going to fish for the morning while we wait for our mail person to come to go ahead and raise our social need. And hopefully by meeting them and raising our social need, we will get some valuable information. I will say my time, I should probably start wrapping up in like an hour or so because I do have work tomorrow. But I will have to figure it out. No, I have to go in for a meeting. The horrors. Mail person. Graciela newbie. Let's immediately exit and ask to hang out and chat. Perfect. Do you have interesting traits, perhaps? We do want to learn the charisma skill. It is slightly uncomfortable that her name is Graciela and my name is Grace, but we'll get over it. Okay. And we immediately want to become friends with her. So let's tell a joke. Ask about career, because we obviously can't tell. And go through and like know these basic things about Graciela. I love learning all that. It is always super helpful. She is friendly. Okay. We love it when someone's friendly. Come on. She's a mail carrier. Never could have predicted that. Like, so impossible. She is 22 days older than us. I'm gonna save real quick. I worry about saving because I just don't want things to crash. It's so scary when it does. It's so annoying when it does. So yeah, we are trying to stay good with that. So I'm just looking at my stream information so I can stay up to date on things, and something went too big and it's very annoying. Okay. She gave us mail, and it's just regular mail. Okay, possibly from the things we sent the other day, I assume. Okay, Graciela's gay. Cool, cool, cool. Good to know is the last one we have. We can tell a story. We can also talk about family. Graciela is a Leo. Awesome. We can tell a funny story. All right, let's go a little bit fast. Graciela is single. Who could have predicted? We do not find her at all attractive. Okay, okay. She is a light sleeper. You can tell a joke again. But we don't find her attractive. And also, even if we did, we cannot like reproduce with her until we have the science center. I believe it's science center. Until we have the science center, and I believe what's it? Girly Pop, I so know. Until we have Into the Future installed. Which I have. We haven't unlocked it in the Lepacy. And I definitely need to get back on regular content creation. It's just a problem. I started this stream by saying that, you know, the horrors are getting to me. The fascism has affected me. So I will try to get back on with recording the Lepacy and things, because that is something that is important to me. But yeah. Okay, we've made Graciela our friend, which is great. We love that. I know realistically that we should probably move her in. However, what does Girly Pop look like? Wait, she's over here. She's over here. The hat is in the way. I mean, she's cute, you know, with like some adjustments. Like fixing the eyelashes would be important. But yeah. We could definitely like move her in to eventually move into another household, I think. She does love the outdoors, which would be helpful with our fishing, but we've already done so well with like our fishing anyways. We might not need her. I argue that we don't need her. We're doing great. So we're gonna ask her to leave, and we're gonna get our mail. And then I see things that we can collect. And so I'm gonna go for that, because I think that will be helpful for us. And we got our smelted stuff. And we got our gem cutters. Okay, awesome. Can I get these insects? Is a great question. That's an insect. We're gonna catch. Okay. Again, seeds would be great to find. I would really love finding seeds. You know? But I have found some things here that are hopefully helpful. Anything? Found more blue topaz. More seeds too over here. which is great. We love seeds. I'm gonna get these ladybugs. Just gotta pause it so I can get the catch thing. I do love all the little bugs of The Sims. I do think it is fun. It's just like the attention to detail of like the world, you know? I see more things over here, but our queue is full, it appears. Okay. What else is there here? We're looking for what more we can do. Because it might be good to go back and plant the more lettuce and tomato that we found. Because then we can have more like fruits and veggies. And hopefully, crossing my fingers, get up our gardening skill. I would so love to have a gardening skill. Right. Collecting is having a lot of fun though. Okay. And more butterflies. Of course, we're getting in a goddamn taxi. Oh, that's so beautiful. Okay. Perfect. And then I saw movement over here when I panned when I was in tab. I do not see anything now. I'm just thinking about that to be a the thumbnail for the next part of the series, right? Okay. So I think we did a pretty good job collecting. So I'm gonna have us do some fishing. We're gonna cheat our hunger up because again, we cannot eat. But we can sell the butterflies that we found and the light bugs that we found. And didn't we also find roly-polies? We found Japanese beetles. To me, my unsophisticated self, roly-polies. So that's perfect. And we'll do some nice fishing. We have so many seeds. We also have more fish we can sell. Ideally together. And then... Oh, we also caught ladybugs. Ooh. We got some other things to be smelted and stuff, which is great. I am happy with that. So let's chill out with our fishing. And ideally, get up to the next level of the fishing skill would be great. You know? I feel like mastering fishing in this, I do want to say I do have a mod that makes my skill gain faster, and also a mod that makes gardening faster, because both drive me insane. So yeah. Okay. How tired are we getting? We're getting pretty tired. So I believe this is a lot, because I know this is where I want to put my fairgrounds eventually. You know, I'm very much into like planning out where I want things to be. But I see an uncommon seed we can pick up. And another seed. Which is great. That is like on our way home. Of course, we paid for a goddamn taxi. But that's fine and does not drive me insane. Okay. So then we'll come home, we can recycle. And then we need to do more planting to ideally get our gardening skill. Because getting our gardening skill is going to be very helpful. I'm not really planting things in like a logical order, but it's fine. The tomato I want to do better though, because it's not lined up properly. You know, things gotta be lined up properly. Hopefully that will increase our gardening skill to the level that we need it to be. Then we can get all of the gems that we got smelted, and we should also sell all of the ones that we got back. Right? Yes, we got our gardening skill. Anything worth doing requires a little dirt under the fingernails, at least when you're a gardener. D-Tree should be prepared to fertilize, weed, water, and talk to every plant she encounters. Go forth, D-Tree. With spade in hand, you now have some seeds in your inventory to plant. So we have more seeds that we can plant. I love that for me. I love that for me. I'm also... Ooh. We're also going to sell our fish that we got. We are almost in the thousands. Look at us go. This is why you collect. Okay. So we're going to read, and then we have more seeds that we can plant. If you want to know why The Sims make sure this is called purple eggplant, check out 100 Days in Riverview, where we learn why why it's specifically called that. And now we need to answer our phone. So Craig Golf. Okay. We've got our imperfect victory too. Who's calling us? Graciela wants to chat. Sure. You know, we want to make sure our relationship with her stays strong. Since we will probably have her, like, as our neighbor one day. Okay. We got our gardening skill to level 2. Let's go. Let's make sure we have Craig Golf and the llamas and nothing else in the news. Okay, I just wanted to check. And then we can recycle this and go to sleep. Perfect. That is a very successful day. Okay. So then it's been 2 hours. Let's play another day. Because I'm thinking let's play another day and then I'm gonna end because I should probably wrap up in about 30 minutes, you know? That's what I'm thinking. So we're gonna wake up at 5:30. Cool. Did I save? I forgot if I saved. I'm gonna be very honest. Apparently I'm not paying the most attention, and that is my bad. But yeah. So let's keep going. I very much hope our plants, especially the ones that we already planted, are going to be past the specifically the apple, because we can do apple pancakes, will be at the fully grown stage. I'm not sure if it takes 2 days for plants to like be fully grown. You know, I'm forgetting. We need to boost up our hunger a little bit. I might just do it all the way. Because again, I have a mod that you need to have like plants, and that is my bad, and I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is just because I am dumb. Okay, yes. They're not harvestable yet, but sprout growing then mature, I believe. Okay. So means we can tend to our garden. So that's great. Then we should also use our all-in-one bathroom. And we want to go swimming in the ocean. Of course, let's keep room for fun. Before we do that, I do want us to hang out on our lot. Because we are going to get some goods from Graciela today when she delivers our mail. And we just improved our gardening to skill level 3. We can now fertilize our garden plants. And we have enough lifetime happiness to purchase a reward. Okay. We are living the good life. And we still do not have any produce. But that's okay. Excuse me. And do we want to talk? Okay, how's our social looking? Our social's looking fine, so I'm thinking we don't talk to Graciela today. So yeah. We have a fashion skill level 7. Let's go. So yeah. We got our mail. I'm thinking we're gonna maybe get to the next skill level, read our newspaper, get the mail, sell our fish, and then go collecting. And specifically go collecting towards the ocean. I'm thinking that we'll just go towards the ocean, collect whatever is there, and then go fishing. That is how I want to spend our time, I believe. Or, yeah, it's noon, so actually we'll stop there. Read our newspapers of how we have great fresh produce and how the llamas did not win. Okay. And we got our smelted items, which is great because we can sell them. And it's time to head to the beach. The beach is that away. Okay. First off, is there anything I see here that we can collect? No. All right. Taking probably the... If I was a world creator, I would put things along the riverway to the ocean, okay? And look, I was kind of correct. Because look at that. That's a thing. Of course, we're getting in a taxi. You know, why be efficient with our money? We have more unknown, uncommon seeds here. And we can get a bug. Anything else? Anything else? I would love something else. You know, that would be so great. Let's see what we can find. There does not appear to be anything over this way. Okay. So we have made it to the water. So let's go swim. Then I just want to look among here. I do not see anything. But we've started our garden, so I am fairly happy. We can sell our light beetle, which a $30 light beetle is pretty expensive. We can sell the fish that we found this morning. And let's try to accomplish our wish of swimming in the ocean. Yay! We accomplished our wish. Now go back on land and fish. Because I don't see anything else here to collect. Right? So we're just gonna fish. Fishing is the most efficient thing we can do. We have the goods in order to make our food, which is great. So I'm enjoying that. Okay, she's saying that she can't fish. Girly Pop, I believe in you. You're on solid land? Yeah, now you can fish. Okay. Oh! Here's a whole rock, like right there, that I just didn't see. Okay. My eyesight is not so good. It's not what it used to be. Something excuse. Get our fishing up. We're gonna cheat our hunger again because we almost have products. Almost. We're so close. Just one more day and we will be able to have like food, which is very exciting. We also want to catch every type of fish. That's a question. How's our progress going for that? We have 7 types. Oh, there's different levels of fish. Okay. We go to collecting. Does collecting have fish? There's fish here. Okay. We still have lobster, piranha, jellyfish, shark, alley catfish, angelfish, blowfish, deathfish, vampire fish, and robot fish to get. But we are pretty close. That would actually be a fun wish to possibly accomplish. And we are getting a phone call from our one and only friend. We should definitely pick up. And we will chat with her. Yep, we're just gonna chat. I know there's no lots to go to. Don't worry. I'm thinking when it comes to like goals, I would like us to build like a starter home for ourselves like first. And then I would see, technically if we move in Graciela, she is not part of the family. But like sometimes friends are like basically family, you know? And like trying to like define relationships as only one way like never really works. So like maybe we move her in, have her like unlock a lot and then like have her move out. Though I would like her to like have to possibly like have children. So what's her last name? So the newbies, yeah, the newbies can exist in Deering Meadows. I think that would be very fun. But we'd have to meet more people, you know. Let's sell some of our new let's speed up as we talk to her and sell some of our new catches. An uncut ruby. Let's go. And then I don't see anything else. Okay. So as we come back to our lot, we can plant another lemon, which is great. We can sell the salmon we caught. We can get an oval cut. Oval cut is more expensive, but I believe it increases our price of the gem. So let's get an oval cut. And then let's examine our space rock. It's less than its previous appraisal, but 150 is still very nice and expensive. Great. So then at that point, we chat with Graciela, assuming we're calling her again. No, we're going to fish. Don't talk to her. Go fish. You have more energy. Go fish. So you can complete your wish of catching every type of fish. So that means so what does that mean? Let me think. Okay. No one wants to move in because we have no houses, of course. Let's wait until we get tired to go to bed. Excuse me. We are getting a lot of fish, though, which is great. Where's the light coming from? Okay, perfect. We have our tired movelet, so let us go to sleep. And exit our fishing. We're also selling everything we caught. And within one day, well, not one day, well, within one stream, we now have $1,000, which is very exciting. It's still not nearly enough, but we're working on it. Let's save real quickly. Perfect, perfect. Okay, okay. My friend messaged me because I was like, hey, I'm not doing well, but I decided to delete it. But apparently they saw the message before I deleted it. So now I'm telling them, no, I'm gonna say I'm gaslighting you. I was totally never not good. You know? Okay. It is morning. Our plants are able. We can't harvest? What? Are you seriously? You're seriously telling me there's still nothing to harvest? There's still nothing to harvest? Seriously? Okay, fine. We are ending this stream. I will end the stream once we actually have like produce that we once we have produce. And we do want to find some more seeds today, which is cool. We can definitely do that. Turn our gaze outward on town and already found a lettuce seed. And an unknown uncommon seed. And animals we can catch. You know? It's always so exciting. What was over here that I saw glint? Butterflies. And also a seed. Right. Again, our social is again so high that I'm not going to stay at our lot to talk to Graciela. Because we need we need to get more money. Like we need to get more money. And sure, having her might help us with money, but who knows? Okay. We got a $0 cockroach. It's gonna be our pet. We're gonna value that cockroach until the day we die. How long do cockroaches live? Because I feel like it's surprisingly long. I love the amount of collectibles we can get. The world definitely is spawning, and it feels great. I'm gonna catch these bugs. Let me catch you, light bug. Haha, got you. Okay. Ooh. And here is another gem. We're getting so many good catches and finds. It's lovely. Okay. I see butterflies. 2 different shades. Ooh, fun, fun, fun. I love The Sims 3 and how open world it is and how there's so much to find. Oh my gosh. I understand why people love collecting. This is a blast. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. I am... Okay, we have... I'm gonna save for a second because it seems like we are getting a little bit slow. Which isn't great. We don't want things to be too slow. But... what am I thinking? We want to get our other fish, so I think that we do need to go to the ocean and try some ocean fishing. Because that's where we're going to get our jellyfish and the like. So, yeah. That leads me to think that we should, like, push over this way. I do not see anything here. Oh no, so sad. Okay. Ooh, here's something to collect. Wait, is there more things among this path? I do not see any. We can definitely go fishing here, though. Is there anything behind the lighthouse that I can see? No. Okay. Let's get rid of these 9 notifications. And at 9 a.m., we have definitely found a lot. So we got a spotted beetle, which is very rare. We got a monarch butterfly, which we're going to easily sell. I'm not sure about the spotted beetle. The cockroach. Let's just get it out of our inventory. We got metals that we can definitely smelt to get money for. Got very much a few. Very impressive. Okay. Today was a good day for finds. And I even see more across here. You know? We got our fishing to level 8 now, which is incredible. Okay. Here's a seed. We want to catch an excellent jellyfish. So that's also cool. I think those are the collectibles I see in there. So I'm going to leave us to fish in this area for some amount of time. Because I believe jellyfish are also with angelfish, possibly? I'm not positive. Anchovy. Got our biggest jellyfish ever. Another anchovy. Another salmon. Salmon. Got a perfect jellyfish. Very impressive. I'm thinking let's go until 2 p.m. Oh, we just got a blowfish. Okay, okay. So, 2 p.m., we're going to quit fishing to go do more collectibles. And then that collectibles will take us somewhere-ish here. So I'm thinking that we can therefore do some fishing on this beach and see what that causes us to find. We still have lobster, piranha, shark, alley catfish, angelfish, deathfish, vampire fish, and robot fish I'm thinking about later. This piranha and lobster is particularly interesting to me. Right? So, yeah. We'll see what we can get. Because like there's some are we've gotten some uncommon, but we still haven't caught all the commons. You know? It's frustrating. All right. Perfect. We got our collectibles. So now we have basically 4 fishing spots here that I'm thinking we can each fish in one of them for like maybe 2 hours, because I'm assuming that they're all different. Right? Oh, we got some even more special butterfly with our special spotted beetle. Interesting. Okay, so we're starting fishing at 3. So we're gonna go until 5. Right? And see what we can. We have a phone call. We got a tuna. Okay. Actually, maybe we'll just do 1 hour. Let's do 1 hour in each of these. It's Graciela. She wants to chat. Sure. Only until 4, though. That's close enough to 4, and then we're gonna try fishing in this slot. For until 5. We got a big blowfish. We got a swordfish. Okay. What about trying here? What about trying here? We got a swordfish. Is this 6 to 7? I don't know what time frame this one is. We're gonna do this one until 7. And then we're gonna come over here and do this one. Oh, you can't just stack them. Okay. That's the problem that I'm experiencing. Cool. Let's do this one until 7:30. And we are technically tired. So I am interested to see, there are more fish. But we haven't seemed to discover any unknown fish in the areas that we have explored. You know, that's my concern. Like, a shark would be cool. We caught a new type of fish, a shark! I knew we had to explore different areas. I knew my strategy. I assume it was totally my strategy doing the hard lifting there. It was not the game, just doing random, searching. Shh, I can't hear you. Because, it would be very nice. Cause I assume a lobster is somewhere among this coast, right? Lobsters are notorious for being in the ocean. Okay. Of course, unfortunately, we are completely exhausted now. So we're gonna take a taxi home. But we were able to, go collecting without really having to take, a taxi or anything, which is pretty cool. And we could honestly probably afford a bike now, which is super exciting. There's a plant. It's fine. We don't need to harvest every single seed or collectible that we find. That's the good thing about biking, though, if we do decide to buy a bike, is that then we can basically hop off without spending, any money, Okay. So let's cut all. We have the money to do oval cuts. So let's do it. Let's smelt everything. Right. Perfect. I'm gonna collectibles don't go out of style, right? We also have more things that we can plant that I would like to plant before we go to bed. Considering, it will then hopefully be somewhat ready in the morning. I think that's important. We got some gold. Okay. We also get that smelted. Oh, we are too tired to plant, unfortunately. Okay. That's fine. That is fine. That is a fair criticism. Oh, we should pay our bills while I'm thinking about it, and then we should sleep. Perfect. We're gonna save really quickly, and then I want to get us to morning so the next stream can just start there. But we can go ahead and during the night sell our many fishies that we caught. I also, as much as I think it's really cool that we caught these like really awesome expensive insects that are like rare, we should sell them to get money. Like, it might be a really cool spotted beetle, but is more useful to us sold, you know? I think that's the most effective way. Just like these are most effective to us planted. Right? And maybe I think that we do start our morning by getting our things planted and making sure that we can actually like do breakfast. Because again, these are just plants. And I am going to cheat our hunger just to make sure we are good. Just in case it is not actual harvestables ready yet. Hopefully it will be. I cross my fingers and I hope, you know? Okay. I think our sim is so cute. I think Dietrich is so cute. And we have level 8 fishing and level 4 gardening, which is quite impressive. I'm thinking for Dietrich, since her aspiration is charisma and guitar skill, I'm thinking that she will probably unlock like a lot of people will probably learn charisma, but because she specifically has guitar, I'm thinking she might do the like movie theater, you know, the theater venue. So let's get our mail. Then it looks like we do have harvestables. Before we tend to our garden, I am just going to do our planting that I need us to do. Because we couldn't do it yesterday after being so tired. And of course, we unfortunately did not sleep good after because we have a bad bed. You know, you have to admit it. Wait, our gardening skill is only level 4. Okay, so we need to be a little bit higher before we can do the plants that we have. I thought for some reason I messed up our fishing and our gardening skill. That's my bad. We could also got our ruby back, so we can sell that. And we are at $2,000 and we're at $2,000 or simoleons. I know what currency we use. Okay, that is great. That is very exciting. And we also finally have harvestables, which is great. We have harvested the lettuce plant. It is in our inventory. We can also get our mail and sell the other collectibles that we got. We got our gardening skill to level 5. We can now plant uncommon seeds. I might just do that. I might just do that while we are here. Maybe I just might play through another day and just do fishing today so we don't get any collectibles. So things are pretty standard. Oh, girly pop. Okay, let me look at our quick meals. Because we have things, we can actually prepare. So let's have some cereal for breakfast. Also, we got some damn cool gems. Let's sell everything. Everything. I love all the gems we got. I'm so happy. I love gems. Now we have plants that can go in our inventory. Then it said we're able to plant uncommon seeds now. We have 24 of those. So we're going to do that also. You know? Planting all 24 uncommon seeds. Okay. Cool. We did just save, so I'm just going to do the plant Maddie strategy. Oh, and I do have to have them all down before she can plant. Okay. I'm thinking, kind of like this arrangement. Of 4 by 6. Right? That's what I'm thinking. Just to, you know, get all our... Got an arrow trap. Okay. Cool. Let's continue planting our seeds. I don't know how many we have now. I am not good at the quick maths, I fear. We are 1 less. Okay. We keep getting arrow traps when we try to plant things. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Maybe we just plant 1 at a time then. Let's see how that goes. She did plant that one pretty effectively. Apparently, we just gotta plant it 1 at a time. It'll be fine. It'll work. I have patience. So we'll plant them 1 at a time. You know, why would we not have patience? I think that, yeah, just, okay. I'm not sure what plant we are arrow trapping on. This is also a challenge that we've had with, the Lepacy, not the Lepacy, 100 Days in Riverview, of sometimes, for whatever reason, plans just won't work. This won't be nice to me. But hey, it happens, right? Just gotta be patient instead. I am quite interested to see how these error traps affect the amount of unknown plants we have. You know, it's just curious to me. I believe it is the Banstera that is doing. I mean, I've been able to plant Banstera. I really don't know why seeds are error trapping when I try to plant them. Like, I'm not sure what the problem is. But I wait for 1 second and you're immediately just like, let me make a phone call. That's just insane. It's probably Graciela being like, why are you calling me so much? Sure, would love to chat. I'd also love to move off the spot that I am standing. So Grace, the player, can plant the plant where she wants it. And now we do want to become best friends with Graciela. So that's fun. Okay. So our 24 plants, because of error trap, got reduced to 16. Yay. Don't chat with Graciela. I swear to God. You have to have other hobbies. Like, you know, we're going to finish out our day by fishing, reading the newspaper, and then going to bed. And that will be the end of our stream around 3 hours in. That works for me. You know? Hopefully, I'm not sure if over here we'll have a fish that we haven't caught yet, but I'm willing to go like exploring for more fishies later. I think that over here is just fine for now, you know? I'm just happy that we have harvestables. I think that's very exciting. It's like have harvestables so we can serve food. You know? That seems great to me. And I'm actually thinking to celebrate our great success, we want to buy a guitar. So I'm thinking we can do that wish. And then save our become best friends with Graciela wish. Our Graciela wish. So that means then next time when we start the episode, we can move her in and just deal with all that. Ideally, we should buy a house. We should build a house first. Good point. We should probably build a house first. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we can do that. We improved our fishing skill to level 9. That's awesome. And we are getting kind of hungry, so we should come home. And we can have dinner, autumn salad. And then we can read the newspaper. I'm so excited to finally be able to cook and like do this challenge properly. So now we also don't have to worry about like money or anything, which is very exciting. I am very happy about that. We have definitely made good progress on this episode. Heck, we've played like 6 days. Wow, okay. Go off. Okay, we have spoiled cereal here. Girlie couldn't throw it away herself. But yeah. It is like quite impressive everything we've been able to do in just 6 days. And let's sell all the fish that we caught, since we're not planning to do any more fish today. Instead, until we're tired, I want to read the newspaper and then start playing the guitar to get that skill up, since we do want to do that, right? We have 3 hours before we get too tired. Okay. 3 hours to learn the guitar. It's actually funny because for a while, I actually took guitar lessons for a while. But I did in fact like lose everything. I do not remember a G chord. I'll tell you that much. But I'm very excited for Dietrich to learn it for herself. And that gets her wish too. Perfect. So now I'm gonna vamp for 8 minutes. No. I think that we are doing quite well in terms of progress of just getting the basics set up. We definitely need to like, okay, hi, who's calling us? I swear to God. Graciela wants to talk again. Sure, we can chat for a minute. I think in terms of like goals, we want to get our own house built is probably the first goal that I have for the next episode, is just making sure that we like have a place to live other than our beautiful bed, bathroom, and kitchen setup. So that's definitely a big goal. And then probably I know that we could probably move in Graciela to then just have her move out once we have money for that. But then my thing is, what do we think Dietrich should try to unlock on the ever nothing is free challenge? Because in my opinion, I would think the most logical thing for her to unlock is the theater, right? And hi AE underscore 25. Hi. What is the challenge about? So this is the nothing is free challenge, which basically we can do it like a whole zoom out thing. Basically, the whole idea is that you have a town, right? So right here is Deary Meadows, which is made by My Sims Reality. You can go check out their website. They have great worlds, great lots, highly recommend. So basically, you have this entire world that then you have to unlock by accomplishing different skills and getting money, right? So in this episode, we have made a lot of progress by going ahead and getting our fishing skill up to level 9. I do have a mod that makes like skill growth go faster. We also got our garden, which was very important because I do have a mod that means that you need to like have food items to cook. So we were kind of like cheating the hunger so she wouldn't die. But now if we open our fridge, we have lettuce and we have apples. Very exciting, right? We also have done like a lot of collecting. So Through collecting, we have gotten up to $2,000 in household funds, which is very impressive. Like, it's great. So the whole idea is that you kind of like unlock and build a town through like the Sims generations, which is really cool for me because I've always wanted to like build a Sims town, but I get like too caught up. Literally, when I was in school, I would like draw out maps of what like Sims towns I wanted to make, of where lots would go, but it always like stressed me out because I don't know where to start. So because of that, I just decided to start with this as like an easy introduction, and also like to get the gameplay. I figure for a stream it will be really cool because you're not supposed to make Sims, but I'm figuring that we can go ahead and make Sims to like move into the lots. So we can have building, we can have live mode, and we can have create a Sim. Fortunately, Dietrich is doing great with her guitar. She has now gotten to level 1 of the guitar skill, and of course they're mad because we don't have any houses, but it's fine. Our one friend in town right now is Graciela, Graciela Newbie. So let's go. And we are about to go to sleep. We have 45 minutes in game before Miss Dietrich over here goes to sleep. So Dietrich, it's Dietrich Meadows, which in my brain can be shortened to Deary Meadows. The brain's so big. She loves the outdoors. She's a technophobe. She's family-oriented, charismatic, and frugal. So I am excited to see how this progresses. I don't have a set stream schedule because the fascism has been getting to me, you know? But I started this because, you know, it's something I'm really interested in and I'm really excited for. So hopefully we can all enjoy it together. We now have our guitar skill at level 2. We have 4 more minutes, 3, 2, and 1 before we probably can't play the guitar anymore and just need to go to sleep, which is almost midnight. Is this my first time streaming? It's actually not. I have a YouTube channel too, called Plumbob Cubes that you can go to, where I have a variety of series. I've in the past I got like really into city skylines, so because of that I streamed some city skylines and all the VODs. I originally started streaming on YouTube and have expanded to Twitch now, which was a whole disaster back in July because my Wi-Fi supposedly is supposed to be good, but couldn't do. Was dropping every single frame. It was a bad time. So it was a whole fiasco of having to basically like of not being able to stream anything properly and having to go and switch my Wi-Fi providers. Sometimes I could do the multiple output streams on both YouTube and Twitch. I definitely could get better at like talking though. I know that. However, we have been going for almost 3 hours. It is probably about time to wrap it up. I don't know why I'm saving when I should be like talking. This isn't the most efficient, but Dietrich has definitely made a lot of success. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, hope to die, to stream tomorrow, starting at like at least Eastern time, 7 p.m. if you want to clock in for that. But I make no promises. The fascism has been getting to me. Thank you so much for watching. A like, subscribe, or follow means so much. Just watching means so much. So thank you for your time. And I hope you have a lovely day. And I will see you next time. All right. I have to know how to end this now. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.